Streetsboro, Woodridge, and Brookside meet on the Nordson Academic Challenge.
Welcome to the Nordson Academic Challenge. And now, here's your host from News 5, Rob Powers.
Come on in, let's have some fun. Hi, everybody, I'm Rob Powers. Welcome to the Nordson Academic Challenge. The challenge today, very simple. These three teams compete for points by answering questions covering math, science, history, and other topics as well. First, we look at the team standings so far because the top 5 scoring teams this season will share in a total of $20,000 in grant money from Nordson. The top 3 scoring teams will then return for our championship finale and compete for a top grant of $6,000 for their school. We get started tonight with our opening match. It's the lightning round. In this round, all 3 teams compete. We award 10 points for a correct answer. We subtract 10 points for an incorrect or no answer. We start each team with 100 points. Everybody ready? Here we go. We've come a long way since somebody first invented the wheel. See if you can identify the following, all connected with various inventions. Douglas Engelbart invented this computer device named for a rodent. Brookside.
Mouse.
Mouse, correct. In the 1980s, he developed the World Wide Web. Brookside.
Berners-Lee.
Yes, that is correct. The ice resurfacing machine known by this Z-initialed name of its inventor. Brookside.
Zamboni.
Zamboni, correct. This Swedish inventor of dynamite set up prestigious Streetsboro.
Nobel.
Nobel, correct. In 1643, Torricelli developed this instrument to measure air pressure. Woodridge.
Barometer.
Barometer, correct. The lightning rod and bifocals were invented by Brookside.
Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin, sure it is. George de Mestral patented this V-initialed fastener with tiny fabric loops. Brookside.
Velcro.
Velcro, correct. Charles Hall found a cheap way to produce this metal. Who's Woodridge?
Aluminum.
Aluminum, correct. Scientists Zvorkin and Baird worked on this device most of our viewers are watching right now.
Television.
Excuse me?
Television.
Television, correct. All right. And for our final lightning round question, we head off to Francois Thomas from the NASA Glenn Research Center.
Scientists here at NASA Glenn Research Center are working on ways to lengthen the duration of future missions by allowing spacecraft to get much of their power from what celestial body? 93 million miles from Earth.
Streetsboro.
The sun.
The sun, of course it is. Way to go. And that is the end of round number 1. We'll be back with more Nordson Academic Challenge right after this.
Nordson is honored to sponsor a program that celebrates academic excellence. We're a global industrial technology company with a long and proud history of giving back to the communities where we live and work. We donate 5% of our U.S. pre-tax profits to charity every year. Over the past 30 years, the Nordson Corporation Foundation has donated more than $100 million, and our employees have volunteered more than 100,000 hours. And now we're pleased to support the legacy of Academic Challenge. Thank you all for watching, and the best of luck to all the participants.
All right, here we go. Today's judge from Cuyahoga Community College, Special Project Manager Michelle Dooley. And we welcome you back to the Nordson Academic Challenge. Time to get back underway now with hot picks. One at a time, I'll ask each team 8 questions. Correct response in this round is worth 20 points. No penalty for a wrong answer, but any team answering all 8 questions correctly receives 25 bonus points. First up, the team from Streetsboro. Streetsboro offers its over 600 students an outstanding music program, a student-run radio station, a state-of-the-art STEM lab, an engineering program as well, along with 7 AP classes. And to pick your questions, we go to Max from Woodridge. Max, we have 1 through 4.
4.
4. Streetsboro, these questions just for you. Set? Here we go. No human could drink 50 gallons of water in 3 minutes, but it's no problem for what desert animal that may be dromedary or Bactrian?
Camel.
Camel, correct. The Patriots' Bell Tower is part of what Pennsylvania site where the Continental Army rang up historical points while suffering a harsh winter?
Valley Forge.
Valley Forge is the correct answer. A number of our states have mountains covered with greenery, but the official Green Mountain State is what New England state whose capital is Montpelier?
Vermont.
Vermont, sure it is. Let's go to the monitor for your science question now. Which of these identifies rock solidified from molten lava?
Igneous.
Igneous, correct. After the Spanish-American War, the U.S. used the Platt Amendment to control the affairs of what country where Havana is the capital?
Cuba.
Cuba, correct. Had Simon Legree been a more sympathetic character, what Harriet Beecher Stowe novel would have been a less effective force for abolition?
Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Uncle Tom's Cabin. Let's go back to the monitor now. This is your math question. Simplify this expression, giving your answer as a positive integer.
13.
13 is the correct answer, and that was big because this question is now for the bonus points. It's a shame that there were no TV cameras around in 1858 when Abraham Lincoln debated what man nicknamed the Little Giant.
Fillmore.
Stephen Douglas is the answer there. Stephen Douglas. All right, way to go, Streetsboro. Our second team tonight, Woodridge. Woodridge is a comprehensive public school offering a wide variety of college and career readiness courses, including college technical prep, honors, and AP. And for your questions, we go to Lucia from Brookside. Lucia, we have 1, 2, or 3.
1.
1. All right, Woodridge, these questions just for you. All set? Here we go. The 10 Commandments on Vietnam was one of the last speeches written by what civil rights leader murdered in Memphis in 1968?
Martin Luther King.
That is correct. The state government is now using tweets to relay information during hurricane season in what southern state where Jackson is the capital?
Mississippi.
Mississippi, sure it is. A Greek phrase meaning giving rise to acids is the source of the name for what gaseous element whose atomic number is 8? Answer?
Boron.
Oxygen. Oxygen. Let's go to the monitor. Here's your science question. Mushrooms and other fungi most likely would reproduce by which of these means?
Spores.
Spores, of course it is. While some crocodiles are over 20 feet long, a variety of dwarf crocodile inhabits what second longest African river? Answer? The Congo. The Congo. Lewis Carroll got such a good response from Alice in Wonderland that he wrote what other book as its sequel?
Alice Through the Looking Glass.
Through the Looking Glass, yes. Let's go back to the monitor. Here's your math question. Solve for x.
2.
2, correct. All right, saying he wanted to be able to hear directly from the people. The president once publicized his cell phone number. In what country where Jakarta is the capital? Answer? Indonesia. Indonesia. Way to go, Woodridge. Our final team today, the team from Brookside. Brookside offers its students college credit plus AP classes as well, athletics and extracurricular activities, including Science Olympiad, Student Council, and robotics. And we welcome Brookside. This is the very first time you've been with us on Academic Challenge. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We go back to Quran, right? Pick your numbers, 2 or 3.
3.
3. All right, Brookside, these questions just for you, okay? If you built a sailboat with a mast 200 feet high, it could still sail beneath what bridge at the entrance to San Francisco Bay?
Golden Gate.
Of course, it's the Golden Gate. The first U.S. state to have a majority female legislature is what western state, where that legislature meets in Carson City?
Nevada.
Nevada. Less prone to the deadly floods that characterize China's Yellow River. What other Chinese river with over 700 tributaries is the longest in Asia?
Yangtze.
Yangtze is correct. Very good. Let's go to the monitor. Here is your science question. A farmer's crops are dying because of a drought. Which of these cloud types would most likely bring rain?
Cumulo-Nimbus.
Oh, Mark Johnson's proud of you. That's the correct answer. Perhaps because he lacked a sunny disposition, Pope Urban VIII rejected the heliocentric theories of what great Italian astronomer who was forced to recant his views?
Galileo.
Galileo is correct. Popularity was called glory's small change by what 19th century French author whose novels include Les Miserables? Answer?
What's a French name? Hugo.
Hugo is correct. Way to go. On the monitor now, back for your math question. Find the value of this expression, giving your answer as an integer. Answer?
49.
49 is correct, and that was big because this question is now for the bonus points. The River of Painted Birds is the meaning of the name of what South American country where much of the population lives in Montevideo?
Uruguay.
You know what? That's right, for the bonus points. And that's the end of our round. We will be back with more questions and more answers and more fun right after this. Welcome back to the Nordson Academic Challenge. Before we begin our next round, we recap the scores so far. With 220 points right now in third place, the team from Woodridge. With 270 points, the team from Streetsboro is in second place. And leading the way right now with 335 points, the team from Brookside. Anything can happen now, though. It's time for the Picture Perfect round. Every correct answer here is worth 10 points, but a wrong answer or no answer will cost you 10 points. All three teams play in this round, so hands on your buzzer, eyes on that big monitor there, and here we go. In ancient times, the art of mosaic was associated with what group of 9 Greek goddesses who were patrons of the arts? Streetsboro.
Muses?
Muses, correct. This is the Church of La Sagrada Familia in what B-initialed Spanish city? Woodridge.
Barcelona.
Barcelona is correct. Dr. Charles Drew pioneered the development of what type of bank that deals with hemoglobin and plasma? Brookside.
Blood bank.
Blood bank, correct. Perform the indicated operation. Woodridge.
10.
Way to go. Bloody fighting took place after Antwerp was threatened by a German breakthrough in what country? Where the Streetsboro.
Belgium.
Belgium, correct. This church is located in Siberia, not far from what lake? The largest in Russia. Looking for the lake? Lake Baikal. Lake Baikal. This painting depicts a 19th century husking bee on what N-initialed island off Cape Cod in Massachusetts? Woodridge.
Nantucket.
Nantucket's correct. The audience at a recent orchestra concert, as this issue of Cleveland Magazine featured, might need to protect their hearing if the sound level measured in what unit becomes Streetsboro.
Decibels.
Decibel is correct. All right, and that is the end of that round. We'll be back with more Nordson Academic Challenge. We'll do it right after this. Okay, let's welcome the team advisors now. From Brookside, Lisa Rutger. From Streetsboro, Molly Cloders here today. And from Woodridge, we have Katie Arbogast. Thank you very much for being here, and thanks for everything you do for our kids. Now it's time for our Mix It Up round, one at a time. I'll ask each team 6 questions. A correct response here is worth 20 points. No penalty for a wrong answer, and any team answering all 6 questions correctly will receive what? 25 big bonus points. All right, we start with Streetsboro. You ready? Here we go. Take one word from each column, and you can name what type of exploding star that appears very bright for a short period of time.
Supernova.
Supernova, correct. If someone gave you an explanation that was complicated and tangled, you might best describe it as which of these words?
Convoluted.
Convoluted, correct. By filling in the blanks here, you can complete the title of a book about what fabulous jewel, the hardest type in the world?
Diamond.
Diamond, correct. What same word fits both these definitions?
Pit.
Pit, correct. Which of these 3 vitamins is most essential to the formation of healthy bones and is often added to milk?
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D is correct, and that was big because this question is for the bonus points. You'd have to cross the sea to visit the source of this proverb, what Southeast Asian country also known as Burma?
Myanmar.
Myanmar is correct, and that's good for the bonus points. Way to go. All right, Woodridge. It's all up to you now. Set? These questions just for you. With one word from each column, you can name what Central European empire that lasted from 962 until 1806.
Holy Roman Empire.
Holy Roman, correct. A traitor would most appropriately be accused of which of these?
Perfidy.
Perfidy is correct, yes. To complete this quote, add what kind of knife that soldiers once attached to the end of a rifle?
Bayonet.
Bayonet, correct. What same word fits these two very different definitions?
Bug.
Bug, correct. Which of these is not classified as a Romance language?
Polish.
Polish, correct. And again, that was big because this is now for the bonus points. Set? This quote comes from H. Rider Haggard's novel about adventurers searching for the legendary mines of what wise biblical king?
Arthur.
King Solomon. King Solomon is what we're looking for. Okay, Woodridge, way to go. That takes us to Brookside. Brookside, you're up. All set? These questions just for you. Take one word from each column to get what nickname given to the 1925 ordeal of John Scopes, who was accused of teaching evolution in Tennessee.
Monkey trial?
Monkey trial, correct. A person who has been disenfranchised has lost which of these?
His vote?
His vote, correct. To complete this phrase from President Kennedy's inaugural address, add what flaming object associated with the Olympic Games?
Torch?
Torch, correct. Here you have two different definitions for what same four-letter word?
Palm?
Palm, correct. Now hear this. Which of these makes up the firm underlying tissue of the human ear?
Cartilage?
Cartilage, correct. And again, that was big because this is now for the bonus points. The woman who wrote these words in 1880 was not referring to a person, but to what highest Japanese mountain?
Fuji?
Fuji's correct for the bonus points. All righty, and that is the end of that round. We will be back with our final and deciding grab bag round. Anything can happen, and it'll happen right after this.
To stay up to date on everything academic, visit us online at news5cleveland.com/academic challenge and watch full episodes on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and other devices.
Welcome back. We're still having fun on the Nordson Academic Challenge. Before we continue, let's recap the scores so far. In third place right now with 350 points is the team from Woodridge. In second place right now with 445 points is the team from Streetsboro. And leading the way up until now with 490 points is the team from Brookside. But as I said, anything can happen now because it's time for the grab bag round. In this free-for-all, every correct answer is worth 20 points. But a team will lose 20 points for a wrong answer or no answer. We'll also have some visual questions. Those are worth 30 points. Be careful with that because an incorrect answer will cost you 30 points. Again, this is for all three teams, and this is it. All set? Here we go. With a length of 500 feet, the 15th century ship Cheng Ho was the biggest example of what sort of Chinese vessel whose name suggests trash? Woodridge.
Junk.
Junk, correct. William the Conqueror was also William the Counter, as he compiled what book that included a census? Answer? It was the Doomsday Book. According to one study, the average American eats how many pounds of food a year? 1,040 pounds less than 1 ton.
600.
Brookside.
600 pounds.
960 pounds is the answer, 960. Let's go to the monitor. This galaxy is part of a constellation cluster named for what mythical Greek hero who killed Medusa? Streetsboro.
Perseus.
Perseus, correct. Zora and Me is a new children's book about what woman who wrote Their Eyes Were Watching God? Streetsboro.
Zora Neale Hurston.
That is correct. Choice now. Leaves which have a single large vein extending through the center of the blade are classified as possessing pinnate venation, parallel venation, or palmate venation. Answer is pinnate venation. Giant amoebas have been discovered 7 miles down in the Challenger Deep in what Pacific Ocean trench? Streetsboro.
Mariana Trench.
Mariana Trench is correct. Let's go back to the monitor. This observation comes from what British author who wrote about romance in The Importance of Being Earnest? Brookside.
Wild.
Wild is correct. When Noah Webster compiled his American dictionary, he removed what letter from the British words color and honor? Streetsboro.
U.
U, correct. The good Lord had only 10 was the sarcastic remark aimed at Woodrow Wilson's Streetsboro.
Commandments.
Georges Clemenceau, we're looking for a name there. What is the angle between 0 and 90 degrees whose sine and cosine are equal? Brookside.
45 degrees.
45 degrees is correct. Back to the monitor now. This is a photo of what American author who wrote The Bridge of San Luis Rey and the play Our Town? Streetsboro.
Wilder.
Wilder, correct. In 2003, scientists in Africa unearthed the remains of a 2.5-ton prehistoric ancestor of what large one-horned, thick-skinned mammal? Streetsboro.
Rhino.
Rhino is correct. Oh, that was big. Let's get to our final scores now. That was our final buzzer. With 370 points. In third place, the team from Woodridge. With 520 points. In second place today, Brookside. And with 565 points, winners of today's academic challenge, the team from Streetsboro. Man, that was a good one. Be sure to join us next time. We'll be featuring teams from Lexington, Louisville, and Vermilion. Did you have fun today? We'll have more next week. I'm Rob Powers. See you soon for another Nordson Academic Challenge.
This has been the Nordson Academic Challenge.